Armen and Levack, we run into ESPN's Brian Windhorst. What's up, Wendy?
How's it going? You guys out here at campus today, huh?
We're trying to, man. We bombarded Mike and Mike earlier, and then we figured, we'd bug your ass. Why not?
No, never a bother.
All right, so what is the regular day for you, like when you're on campus?
Well, so the day doesn't actually start here. I was doing Scott Van Pelt last night, which we recorded at about 10 p.m.
Sports Center, yeah.
It didn't come on till I think 2 a.m., but we recorded it for me at 10 p.m. So I left at 10 p.m. I was on Mike and Mike this morning at 8. So I'd get up about 6, and you gotta you gotta be in touch with the producers about the thing about it is that this is a dirty little secret that you shouldn't be sharing with anybody.
I like it. That's why we came here.
This is just between me and you, right?
Yes. Yeah, no one else. No one listens.
The people who are who are on SportsCenter at 9 a.m. they could never stay up to watch those late games. So maybe the early games, but last night where you had Clippers Warriors, none of us got to see the end of that game. So when I get up at 6 in the morning, I got to educate myself as to what happened. Because I can't stay up till 2 a.m. So I spend 45 minutes to an hour watching clips, reading, figuring out exactly what happened. Sometimes if I'm home, I DVR'd it and I can watch it. But typically when I'm here, I just watch it on the last quarter on League Pass. So my day starts at 6 a.m. and I've been here all week, so now I'm free. I can get to go to the airport when I'm done with you guys.
Oh, nice, very nice.
All right, so we are at Albany Station. Got to ask you about the New York Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis. What do you see in the big man?
I thought they looked really good yesterday. I was pretty impressed with their performance in that game. Porzingis, I didn't think they could play him. When they first drafted him, when I saw him in Summer League, I'm like, this guy won't be able to play in the NBA for a while because of his slight build. I thought he was going to get pushed around. But that's not been the case at all. I mean, I think he looked good in Summer League. He exceeded my expectations there. And he's been awesome so far. The mistakes that he's making are all 19-year-old mistakes. He has a nose for the ball. He wants to get in there and rebound, wants to defend, plays 7'3", but is out there shooting three-pointers. I mean, he is definitely a catch. I think Knicks fans should be very excited, and I really think that Carmelo is excited. I don't think that's a line. I think he genuinely believes that this guy can be a really good player. Is he going to be good enough to make a difference? We don't know yet, but he's a very exciting player. He's probably the most exciting international prospect to come into the NBA since Giannis Antetokounmpo, where that guy opened eyes with his athleticism a couple years ago. So I am, and I say this as somebody who was skeptical at first. I'm not beating the train that I boarded. I really think that he's got something going for him.
ESPN's Brian Windhorst with Armen and Levack. We are on the Bristol campus in Bristol, Connecticut, ESPN campus. We're sitting outside the brand new cafeteria here, just chatting it up with Brian. Have you gone inside yet? Have you gone to the cafe before? What do you like here?
What you have to understand is that for 1 year before this cafeteria opened, which by the way here we call it the CAF.
The CAF.
Oh, okay.
We got to get the lingo down.
We think we're cool. We call it the CAF.
Okay, I like that.
For 1 year, this place was under renovation.
Yeah.
And we ate out of trailers in that parking lot over there.
We ate there last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got to see it.
We got the trailer experience.
So anything was better than that. Now there used to be a joke that the best restaurant in Bristol was this cafeteria. I'm not necessarily sure I agree with that, but it's nice to have it. And when the weather is cool, we're outside right now, which is unusual for November.
Yes.
So it's nice when the weather is good.
What do you get inside? What do you like inside at the cafeteria? CAF.
Very good. You're becoming a Bristol regular.
Thank you. That's right.
One day a week they have the pasta bar. Oh, I'm a fan of the pasta bar.
That was not today.
No, it's not in there. I was about to go in to get lunch. It's not there.
Did you see a pasta bar?
I mean, there was a pasta dish you could throw together, but it wasn't like a pasta bar.
No, you'd know it if you'd have seen it. Yeah. So
Okay.
all right. Guess it's going to be a cold cut sandwich today.
Timetable on the Knicks. When are they going to be able to compete for serious contention in the postseason?
Honestly, talking turkey with the Knicks, they have a big thing, and it's not their decision. Is Carmelo going to be a part of this going forward or not? There's a day coming. I don't know when that day is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be this year. I don't know if it's going to be next year, next summer. But there's a day coming where Carmelo is going to have to decide whether he wants to ride it out or not. And the reason he has to decide is because he's got no trade clause in his contract. And there are people in the league who are like, well, Carmelo is not a part of this. it's too long of a rebuilding process for him, and he's going to want to get out. That's not the sense I get at all. From people I talk to, Carmelo is totally bought into it. But, would the Knicks be smart to come to Carmelo at some point and say, hey, listen, this is a 3-year project. We love where we're starting. Let's do you a favor, and let's do us a favor, and let's maybe work out a deal where we can maybe accelerate our advancement, because they don't have their first round pick this year, the Knicks. So they're going to have they're going to have free agent space, but they're going to have a limited amount of ability to improve through the draft over the next 2 years. So that to me is what you watch with the Knicks. Now, they're playing great. Their schedule in November is brutal. So the key is going to be when they take their lumps, because they're going on the road a whole bunch, are they going to be able to carry through it and be able to make a run for the playoffs? But really the Carmelo question is hanging over the franchise. Is Carmelo going to be here for the next 3 years, or is there going to be a move? And I don't know if anybody knows the answer here. We're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out.
All right. This is probably the most hard-hitting NBA question I could possibly ask. I'm watching the Knicks Cavs last night. LeBron not wearing the headband. Did he get a hair transplant?
I can't say for sure, but there's...
You would know, though, out of anyone. I feel like you're that guy.
Let's just say there's been some stuff that's gone on up there.
Okay. All right,
okay? It's not all completely natural.
Okay.
But, LeBron, I think for the most part, has admitted that it's going to be what it's going to be. That's why he took off the headband. I think he's sort of given up the ghost a little bit on it. It was interesting in the promotion and in the movie Trainwreck. I don't know if you saw it.
Not yet, no.
There may have been some unnatural stuff going on in that movie. When he had the Hollywood people working on it.
Okay.
What you see on a nightly basis in the NBA, I don't think if you compare it to that movie, it is congruent. But I do take my hat off to LeBron for taking off the headband and stopping with that charade. So, everybody has their struggles. Some of us have hair. Some of us are 6'8", 270-pound multimillionaires.
Yeah, exactly. ESPN's Brian Windhorst. We are on the Bristol campus. When you look at LeBron James, you know him better than anyone. You watch him play his whole life. What do you see in LeBron James in 2015?
So he's not 100% right now. He's not shooting the ball real well. He's still coming off his back issue that he had. He used last year to bond with Kyrie Irving. From the beginning of the season to the end, he made huge strides with Kyrie. Not so good with Kevin Love. I think he was a third wheel a lot for most of the season. So early on this year, you can totally see LeBron working. While Kyrie is out, LeBron is trying to bond with Kevin Love. The idea being when they get those three guys back together that they're going to be tight. Now, they call it a third wheel for a reason, because no matter a lot of things in life, it doesn't fit as well with three as it does with two. So it's going to still be a challenge. But he did not make the strides with Love last year that he'd like. So you can see what he's doing. Their schedule, in the inverse of the Knicks, is extraordinarily simple from really now till early December. So I think, even without them being fully healthy, if LeBron and Love avoid injury, there's no reason why they shouldn't start off like 16-3, 16-4 at worst, and they can kind of put themselves out way far ahead of everybody else and potentially give themselves to play from the front for the rest of the year. And LeBron is using this portion of the schedule to focus on that Love situation.
Is the biggest obstacle for LeBron his sleeves?
No, he complained about it a lot last year, or 2 years ago. Didn't make him do it last year. He agreed, so the Cavs say, he agreed to wear sleeves 6 times this year because the players...
Really?
So there's 5 more games.
He handled that really well last night.
I thought so. I thought that he going to the bench and using the scissors was especially nice. Usually on the bench during the timeouts, he's using scissors on his fingernails. This time he's using scissors on his jersey. But I think more than anything, he's just not shooting the ball real well. He's 2 of 18 from three-point range. He ripped off his elbow sleeve last night, too. Sometimes he changes his shoes. I think it was just it was a frustration moment. So the key for me is 5 more times you're supposed to wear that jersey. By the way, the Cavs have played 5 games. They've worn a different jersey all 5.
It's like Oregon.
Right. Well, Nike. Well, actually, it's Adidas still. It'll be Nike next year. But so we'll see how many more times he wears those sleeves. We'll see if there's an audible called on that schedule for jerseys.
The team we should be looking at, who is the team to beat in the NBA?
Well, I mean,
this year. Warriors, Spurs?
I mean, I can give you the natural teams to look at. I think if you're looking at a team that you're not used to saying, it'll be Washington.
Really?
They had a terrific win last night against the Spurs. Bradley Beal is playing huge Bradley Beal looks great. He's had injury problems the last few years. He hit the game-winning basket against the Spurs last night. He's averaging like 25 points a game. He is developing into the all-star complement for John Wall. And these guys are going to have cap space next year, you know. So I think Washington, while I don't see them on par with like talent-wise of like the Cavs and the Bulls, Warriors, etc., I think they could be a team that could. Somebody's got to play the Cavs in the conference finals, and I can sit here and make a case for 3 or 4 teams. I think Washington is the most intriguing of those teams.
ESPN's Brian Windhorst kind enough to join us outside the CAF here on the Bristol campus. So you're flying back. Where are you flying to? Where do you live?
I actually live in Omaha, Nebraska.
What the what? I thought you were Cleveland, and then you were Miami, and then last time we talked, I thought you said New York City.
Those are all accurate. I've lived in all those places.
So you have 7 houses.
I don't have 7 houses.
Oh.
I have had a house in Cleveland for a long time. So whenever I need to go be in Cleveland, I live there. And I go to Cleveland a lot, and I come to Bristol a lot. And last week I was in Memphis for a Cavs game. So I fly where I need to fly, but my wife is from Omaha, so I moved there a year ago. But, you know, nobody really knows where you live if you work for ESPN. I mean, you know.
You don't know where you live.
Herman Edwards. Do you know where Coach Edwards lives?
Left coast, just left.
He lives in Monterey, California.
Yeah, that's all we know.
So he's just.
We only know that because we had him on every week last year, by the way. That's the only reason why we know that.
So that's the nature of working at ESPN. You work hard and you travel a lot, but you have the freedom to go everywhere. And they have television studios and radio studios in Omaha. So tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I will be in radio studio in Omaha to do my local radio show in Cleveland. So the miracle of modern technology.
There you go. Dude, thank you for being kind enough to stop by and talk to us. It means a lot, and appreciate it. And I'm sorry to bust your bubble about the pasta bar.
All right, well, I'm going to go in there and see what I can scrounge together.
Sounds good, man. Safe flight today.
All right, take care, guys.